One of London's oldest city farms is fighting for survival, but they say 2024 has been catastrophic.
There's no space in London. It's dense, noisy, hectic, confrontational.
It's amazing, but there is a so-called farm in the middle of urban Islington.
People constantly battling for territory, on trains, pavements, and most valuable of all, land. A city of towering glass and expanding businesses that push out anyone who can't afford to keep up. But one community has fought back, forged their spaces through protest and occupation that led to arrests and imprisonments. So why do city farms occupy multi-million pounds worth of land? And how have they dodged 50 years of demolition attempts, surviving in a system that doesn't want them?
City farms have been a rural oasis in the capital.
There are 15 city farms in London, sporadically, almost randomly scattered across the map, sitting next to sought-after streets, rubbing shoulders with million-pound apartments. They emerged in working-class inner-city areas in the 70s and 80s, in small spaces that were often overlooked, neglected, and left behind. They sprang up in the cracks, capitalising on industry decline, slum clearance, and mass redevelopment. Bits of derelict land earmarked for development far in the future, but for now, unused. Communities claimed these lost spaces. Parents, teachers, activists, creating somewhere for children to play, learn, and connect with animals and nature.
It's better than the playgrounds.
Yeah, much better. It's stopping us from getting vandalism, isn't it?
What grew was something remarkable. Organised community farms, built through volunteer work, protest and innovation. But many of these farms were running on stolen time. Developers came and would fight to take their land back. This was the case at Mudchute Farm. A battle ensued, community versus council, and what followed was a fight for survival. A patch of abandoned land on the Isle of Dogs, in the borough of Tower Hamlet. For decades, it lay untouched, forgotten by the city, until the local community transformed it into what would become the largest urban city farm in Europe. A space full of farmyard animals, vegetable patches, and family-like community. But in 1974, the Greater London Council had other plans. High-rise housing estates were to be built, a development that would destroy the farm and the community that had grown around it. What followed was a fierce public campaign, a fight that reflected people's deep affection for the local farm. There were protests, countless meetings, negotiations, where the community had to prove their worth. And then finally, after months of struggle, a legal decision was made. To improve your learning skills, try Brilliant. Brilliant is an interactive learning platform that helps you improve your problem-solving skills in ways that are genuinely fun and engaging. It helps you to think more deeply about science, maths, and computer science. You're not just passively watching videos, you're actually playing with ideas and learning by doing. It starts by mastering the foundations, then you level up to increasing more challenging problems. I recommend exploring their logic courses. They're great for sharpening how you approach design challenges or even everyday decisions. If you'd like to try Brilliant, click the link in the description. You'll get a 30-day free trial plus 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. Thank you to Brilliant for sponsoring this video. The community won. They secured their place as the People's Park, and in 1977, Mudchute Associates was born, created to protect the land. Farmyard animals were introduced, trees were planted, vegetables and flowers tended to by local hands. School children invited to explore the natural world on their doorstep. What began as a fight for land became a place to learn and for leisure, a reminder of what can happen when a community refuses to give way. My last video explored the tension between councils and rural farms through the story of Clarkson's farm. But that conflict was nothing compared to Islington City Farm in 1978. For 3 years, the community slowly grew, keeping horses, chickens and goats in the heart of Islington, until one day the council demanded money, £2,500 in unpaid rent. With no way of raising the funds, the urban farmer was arrested, imprisoned, the farm under risk of demolition, and the animals threatened with the slaughterhouse to pay for the debts. However, the community didn't go quietly. They marched on Islington Town Hall in protest, blocking traffic, bringing the animals with them in solidarity. And somehow, through demonstration and noise, the farm survived, and today still remains. City farms shouldn't work. London isn't designed for them. Too much heat, not enough fresh air or space. And yet, these farms defy logic, because what they grow isn't just food, it's community. They bring people together through education, interaction, and care. Many farmers have evolved to survive, running cafes, workshops, and culture events. They're more than farms. They're classrooms, therapy spaces, and cultural hubs, each one telling a different story. But together they ask, who is London really for? And is it just about land, power, and money?